When it comes to fitting a set of curtains or blinds for your VW T5 or T6, there are a multitude of options. I'm Lee, this is Combe Valley Campers, and today we're going to be telling you all about the Vanshades Window Pods 2.0. So, Combe Valley Campers have been a customer of Vanshades for a number of years now. I first used them about 5 or so years ago, and back then they had the Vanshades first edition, the Window Pods first edition. In the last 6 months, they have brought out the Window Pods 2.0, which you see behind me. And I have it on very good authority, and I know that they have been working super hard on perfecting this new model. They've been concentrating on getting the fitment right, letting more light in when the van shades are open, and keeping more light out when the van shades are closed. They've actually gone to the extent of getting naked T5 and T6 vans and getting a 3D laser scanner inside the van and absolutely getting a perfect map for the inside of the vehicle. They have then taken that information, designed these window pods for you to order in a variety of different colours and styles. If you have a T5 or T6 that you're converting from a panel van into a camper, or you've got a T6 Caravelle and converting it into a camper, or you just want to block out the light, Vanshades have got the style to suit you. There are a multitude of different variants when it comes to windows. You can have aftermarket opening windows, you can have aftermarket fixed windows, you can have standard VW Combi windows, which has meant that there has been a lot of development in getting these right. And make no mistake, there has been a lot of trial and error when it comes to these. And I'll show you why. I'll just pick up this Vanshades for example. All of these window pods are made of vehicle grade ABS plastic, and they are moulded to fit the shape of your window, no matter what window style you've got in your van. And as you can see, we've got 2 different styles here. When I say different finishes, they have a whole booklet. Where are they? They have a whole booklet of different styles. Sorry about that. They have a whole booklet of different styles and colours that you can choose to match your van. Because as we know, and as we've said before, your camper van is as individual as you are, and the guys have certainly catered for that. So behind us then, we have a carpeted set for one of our customers' van, and we have basically a naked set, which we have then painted as per our customers' requirements, I guess. In this particular case, the painted version, the customer's family member has an allergy, so they can't have much carpet lining in the van. So Vanshades were very good to us and just sent us a completely naked set of Vanshades. And if you want to carpet them yourself, you can, maybe save a couple of quid, but generally, the Vanshades guys carpet window pods every day, and as you can see, they're a beautiful design. And so how do they operate? That's basically it. They're completely blackout. They are a thermal blind as well. As you can see, if I lift up one of those, can you see the reflective surface inside those shades? So they do have a thermal property to them as well. UV blocking and complete blackout. So I think I've spoken about them enough. Let's show you how to fit them inside your van. When you come to order your window pods then, you have a variety of things to choose from. In this case, on this window, this is a passenger side sliding window that is aftermarket. A factory sliding window has the catches about here, and generally they're a bit rubbish. So a lot of people go for the aftermarket window, and this is what was sent to me. So this is Window Pod J, and it comes with your fixing kit, which has some 57mm Tech screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the right number of black caps as well, and they pop over the heads of the screw so the actual fixings aren't visible when you're viewing the pod from the outside. So it's just an aesthetic thing. You don't need them, it's just for aesthetics. So the the tools you will need is a driver with an 8mm bit on the end, and that is just to slot into the screw, and that's it. So step one, put the blind all the way up and offer the pod up to the window frame. And that's it at the moment. So you can see that it matches all our other panels. Like I said before, this customer specified that they didn't want a lot of carpet, and so this is what we've come up with. And it's just a case of now installing those screws with your driver. They're tech screws, so you don't have to pre-drill. And we're going to be putting in 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here, and 1, 2 there. And that's it. So the next stage then is to make sure the window frame is pressed in and you are happy. And then it's just driving that bit all the way home. And that's number 1. That's in there. I'm going to swap over. Play me a tune. Two. As you can see then, that is a beautiful flush even finish all the way around. All I need to do now is wipe my grubby mitts off the window frame. But there you go, there's no strings showing, they're completely blackout, and they suit the side of the van. I think it looks gorgeous. So I'm going to head over to the sliding window now and pop that one in too. I've just asked Ali to turn the camera on again, purely because we're setting up for the next shot. We're going to be filming me installing the pod into the sliding window. So I put our filming light there, one of our studio lights, and check this out. How's that for proof of concept? That is a blackout blind. Well done, Vanshades. Moving on to the slider then, we have this unit here. Again, this was sent to us naked and we had it painted, and the concept is pretty much the same, but instead this time we've got 5 screws, not 6, and we are putting the screws in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, and that's it. Offer the window up. I'm going to tuck this side in first and then offer it up there, and I'm going to push it more towards the sliding door handle. So you've got to make sure your sliding door handle operates and you can still operate the lock. There we go, I'm happy with that. Prior preparation, Lee. And there we go. Make sure it's pressed into the frame. Drop the screw. And there we go. So that is number 1. I'm going to make sure my position is right. We'll put number 2 down here. Now, there's little indents in the window, which is where they recommend you put your screws in. And just as a point to note, when you're screwing into the sliding door, none of the surfaces are flat. They're all at a slight angle. So just be wary of that when you're drilling. That's the recess. One. There you go. Nice and even. Right, next one is down here. Once you're happy with the position and that all the screws are on, just the end caps. The last window pod then is the tailgate. That is pod I, and it's quite a big one. It's for the whole tailgate. Now, this van in particular has a rear wiper motor. And before you install your window pod, if your van does have the rear window wiper, you remove that cover, as this pod has one built in. So it takes that out a bit for you. And I'm putting this out in this manner here because if you've got a camper van already, you're going to have your bed here. It'll be very difficult for you to install this pod inside the vehicle. So we're going to do it from the outside. And for that, you are going to either need one of these props that builders use or roofers use, plasterers use. I'm going to bring it up, or you could use another pair of hands. So get your friend or your partner to come and help you. And this is just, let's put that up there. So grab your pod. I'm going to rest it up there on the windowsill. And the important thing is to make sure it's centered. So helping hand in place. There's two ways you can check it's centered, by either checking that your opening and closing tab is in line with the van and your rear handle, or just by feeling it side to side and comparing it. So I know I need to move that up. Right, I took a little bit of time just off camera there just to make sure it's all even and I'm happy with the fit. You need to push downwards or towards the rear of the van just to make sure it's in the right place. I'm actually probably just going to hop up here. I'm going to grab the screws. Now the screws are slightly different on this one. We have two of the 56mm hex screws, the self-tappers, and then we have Phillips screws as well, but I'll come to those in a second. And I'm just going to drill in two locations, 1 and 2. So next stage then, you want to remove your 8mm bit, put in a Phillips bit, not a posi drive, a Phillips bit. And then we've got 2 screws to pop into the top. Now, I've got a conundrum personally, because I've now got to put some nice screws in the top and make sure they blend in. If you had a carpeted set, which most people will do, you'd be able to do a blind fastening, which means you'll be able to cut a small triangular V into the carpet. You peel that carpet back, pop your screw in, and then you just fold that V of carpet back. But we're now going to have to come up with a solution to hide these screws. So what I've got there then is the screws in the right position. I'm going to put one side, one the other, making sure they're evenly spaced. And they're self-tappers, no pre-drilling required. There's one. And there we have it. We have fitted 3 of the awesome van shades today. In this particular van, we went with a painted option, but you could have carpeted and you could have them in pretty much any color you like. And you can buy them via our website at www.coomvalleycampers.co.uk. Head down into the description. You'll find a link to that and many of the other products that we sell. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.